At this time, we'll pause to seek guidance. Okay, we have the agenda before us. Any additions or deletions?
I would like to head under business,
Yes.
handicap door. Motion.
.2. Okay, 4.1 that's on there, Farnsworth Dykens funding request, that's been dealt with apparently by David. So,
Oh, because what I was going to bring forward on that is, first of all, I was going to ask where it was supposed to be at, because I didn't know that what note. But I was going to say we have the funds over at DART when they're doing the kids active program. And I was going to say that should just go to us to be to cover that.
well, that's what I was going to suggest we do tonight too, but I talked to Bob Powell today, and I talked to Linda, and Linda had said that David had already gone and gotten sponsorship and paid for the nets. So I don't feel that there's no action there.
Yep.
So I think we just have to remove that.
Yep.
Anything else? If nothing else, can I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a seconder? All in favor?
Aye.
There's no delegation or presentations tonight. Can we have approval of the minutes for March 11th?
So moved.
Do I have a seconder?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unfinished business from minutes of March 11th. Is there anything anybody wants to bring forward? If not, we're going to go into the CAO report. You've got the meeting dates and reminders. Is there any conflicts with any of them? I'm just going to say my conflict would be potentially April 15th. I'm not sure yet, because depending on my health. If there's nothing else there, we're going to go to the CAO update. Is there any questions for the CAO pertaining to any of the items listed in the report? You send out to everybody about what was on the news today for Dr. Curtis White? Okay. Okay. Well, there's no questions. You have the department reports. Is there any questions pertaining to the department reports?
I just wanted to say that it looks like our dog catcher had a busy month.
I want to just mention one thing too about the dog catchers report. There's one person in particular from down in Weymouth that has called quite a few times, and then she's called me personally, and well, I just told her, you know, it's a civil matter. It looks like between yourself and your neighbor, and she wanted us to hire another dog catcher, so we'd have two. So, and then I'm bringing this forward so that in case it gets brought up. Then she started to say it's racial, and I asked her if she knew who her dog catcher was, and she said, yeah, he's my cousin. So, and that was enough, and I just said, okay, you know, see ya. And, you know, like I can't, you know, talk to this person. They don't make sense. So, and obviously she continues to call and call and call and call, and, you know, I don't know where it's gonna come to, or what it's gonna come to, but
she's ongoing. I know she's called this SBCA, and we were up from the Army.
right.
Just whenever she doesn't get some satisfaction, she goes to somebody else. SBCA, yourself, me, just the dog catcher, yeah. You know, it's just
it's continuous. So. I don't know, but I just wanted to bring it forward in case anything came out of it. so that we're all aware of it. So obviously everybody here but Matt got a phone call.
Yeah,
Except for maybe Matthew, I think.
I'll probably be
And I
back.
don't think David has either. I was called because I was deputy warden. I said Jimmy was called because he was a warden. You were called because you were the counselor.
She had called a couple of years ago, and when this first started, and there was something done, and everything seemed to be good for a little while, and then it started again. So, anyway, just wanted to bring that forward. Is there anything else under the? Oh, I had a question pertaining to the airport report that we receive now with dispatch. Are those numbers for every department that they do service for, or is that just for our departments? I don't know.
That's for all departments.
That's for everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to know, because it was 29 grass fires so far.
Yeah. The end of March, start of April there with the early spring, a couple of windy days, that stretch. It seemed to, this week will be different, but it's calmed down. Lately, boosters in this afternoon, but yeah, 29 was off to a busy start.
Do people ever get charged for fighting a grass fire? And it gets out of hand, but they have to call the fire department? Does the natural resources ever charge anybody?
I think a couple of years ago there was, I don't know, I guess factually, but I think there were some rumors on that, and it helped. They were taking a pretty aggressive approach for a while. I haven't heard of any locally recently.
Personally, that's a preventable item that's on that list right there. That's because, I mean, that's deliberately, people are setting grass fires to burn their grass, and they don't have apparently enough equipment on hand to manage that fire. And
See, they're proactively advertising the myths of grass fires that people tend to, why they set them. It's not going to make your field any better or worse.
I think I've been a lot burn because they don't want the tick. And when you burn around, it does lessen your tick.
I think Clinton Fire Department, they had something posted about the possibility to get out of hand and it could be responsible for the cost.
I'd rather not burn my neighbor's house down because of the ticks, but the possibilities are there, especially with these wind gusts we get in the afternoon.
Yeah, but you are allowed to burn at certain times.
That's right.
okay, is there anything else on the report?
The building report, is that in the last couple of months, or is that for the full year?
That's the year.
One of the pages, yeah. One of the pages.
He's been real busy, that's why I said to Jeff.
The page before that was for the month, but then the final part was for the year end. So, which was really good.
It wasn't bad for the year.
No. It's over $4 million.
$4 million, so.
Yeah.
Any other questions? We're going to move on now. There's nothing for dangerous and unsightly. Business items, handicap door pusher.
I just want that door fixed out there. I couldn't make it work. Yesterday when I was going in to bring some stuff, I couldn't make it work tonight when I came. And I'm going up and down and up and down. And it's been like it's been way over a year.
Inside or outside door?
The outside. Like, when you push, you can't make it, you play with it, and sometimes it will open. The inside is perfect, because that always works. And they keep that thing up so that keeps those doors opening, which is perfect.
That's because you're not handicapped.
They couldn't use it at all.
Yeah.
So, that's the only thing. It's like, just, yeah.
Matt, you're going to be going to the spring workshop, is that correct? At that workshop, they're going to be having a session on the Accessibility Act.
Yep.
That's one that I'd really like for you to bring back information on.
Yep.
Because Rick Hansen apparently is going to be there as well.
Yeah, Friday morning.
But, yeah, because I think what we need to do once we get some more information is probably do an evaluation on
You're
our...
not going to the spring workshop?
Huh?
You're not going to the spring workshop?
I'm not sure yet. Depends on how I feel.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I'll see how I'm feeling. But we need to maybe do an accessibility, like do an assessment on our own properties for accessibility. I know this building here is good, but I mean, we still have the airport, which is good, except for you're not gonna get inside the building, because there's a step. But I don't know what the act is going to require us to do on our properties. And, I know that we did one with the libraries in western counties. There's 10 branches and 9 of them are good, but 1 of them is not accessible. So,
I don't know how much they're gonna know, but remember, they're waiting to see.
oh, I know.
That's the worst of it.
Yeah. And I guess that you can't really do an assessment either until you know what they're gonna require, so. All right, there's no correspondence for tonight. There's an in-camera issue, so have a motion to go in camera. All in favor?
Aye.